So, white slave masters held the right to name all black adults and babies. The naming process established white authority and power over them. Contrary to popular beliefs, newly freed slaves did not adopt their surname of their former masters, and evidence showed that they avoided the names of prominent slaveholders such as Rudolph, Rutledge, and Picnic, etc. So black people with these surnames are only incidental due to modern-day choices. So during slavery, the blacks were given names that mostly reflected their plantation jobs such as coopers, blacksmiths, potters, etc. So status or geographical location were even considered. So examples of name base and location recorded between 1619 and 1799. So for European colonies, you have Jack, Tom, Harry, Sam, John, Will for men, and for Beth, Mary, Jane, Betty, Sarah for women. So French colonies, Francois, John, Pierre, and Leon for men. For women, you have Delphine, you have Marie-Louise, and you have Celeste for women. For the Spanish colonies, you have Francisco, Pedro, and Antonio for males. And you have Maria, Isabella, and Joanna for females. So other slaveholders gave blacks names that mocked and reflected the slave powerlessness and low status. So names such as Colonel, General, Senator, Caesar, Hercules, Captain, Sheriff, Socrates, Napoleon, or Pompey were intended to be humorous and ridiculous. The woman named Venus, Diana, other Greek goddess. Names were used to justify public sexual assaults before guests. So action all slaves' roles were filled with insulting names like Sunshine Special, Sugar Bear, Circumstances, Sweet Liberty, and Jump Free. When blacks were finally in a position to exercise some control over their lives, they used various methods to choose their name. For surname, most choose innocuous but common names like Johnson, Williams, Smith, Robinson, Jackson, Thomas, Walker, Davis, Scott, or Henderson. Many of these were names of heroes. Others choose colors such as brown, green, and white as last names. Only a few choose the color black as a last name. A common practice was to use the name of the job they perform on the plantation, such as tailor, carpenter, wheeler, cooks, woods, or farmers. When black parents were able to pick their own names for their children, it was a real milestone. Today, black names are anything but common or simple. How far will black parents go to fabricate names? During the 1960s Black Power movement, the rise in black consciousness encouraged many blacks to abandon Anglo names. So while searching for new racial identity and pride, the black psyche began to generate different and exotic sounding names. The new names were created by linking and repeating sounds and syllables for a rhythm. However, these newly concocted names are hard to remember, cumbersome, nearly impossible to spell, and unpronounceable. A study of 55,046 black children was conducted in 2005 by the University of Florida. Black children with names with prefixes such as lo, tha, and kwa, suffixes such as isha and shus, were more likely to have poor grades, have behavioral problems, and be associated with the lower socio-economic levels in society. So black with white sounding names were twice more likely to get employed over these with exotic black sounding names. Studies also show white employers and government personnel officers are 50 times more negative and turned off by the black sounding names. So are some of the popular names that black parents are currently giving their children, allowing others to stigmatize them. What might be exotic and ego-lifting to some is apparently negative and nonsensical to others. Only time will tell what kind of names the next generation of black parents will choose for their children.